We certainly made good time in the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Getting in a hurry now that your trip's almost over?
Oh, no. I mean...
Coming into the post house. Last stop before Philadelphia. We'd have been here 180 years ago, we might still have eaten Philadelphia scrapple and cherry pie. But I doubt if we'd have been drinking iced coffee.
No.
There wouldn't have been this many people, I bet.
No, you're right. Although the roads were all pretty well traveled in 1776, bringing delegates to the Continental Congress. They came from all corners of the 13 colonies, by stage, by colonial coach, and by horseback. Men who were on their way to keep their date with history. And naturally, there were delegates from Boston to report firsthand on Massachusetts' answer to the stamp tax. A secret organization of patriots. We'd call them underground today. From underground today, Sons of Liberty staged the famous Boston Tea Party. Disguised as Indians, they threw 3 shiploads of heavily taxed tea into the harbor. So the delegates were gathering in a building that still stands in Philadelphia. Their meetings were stormy and exciting. Some of the colonists felt they weren't being so badly treated by standards of the old country. But over here, the people were beginning to breathe the exhilarating air of freedom. It was a new idea in the world, and they liked it. But it was a dangerous idea to espouse. The signing of the Declaration of Independence, making all men free and equal.
Why so large a signature, my friend?
So John Bull may read my name without his spectacles.
Plus, you have got to admit, that signature is classic.
I love Lady Liberty. She is one hot mama.
Push it up, come on, push it up, push it up.
Get up from east to west.
Make it move, come on, keep it moving, keep it moving.
You're number one, kid, you're the best.
Well, darling, in this groove, it's just great balls of fire.
See that same Liberty Bell in Philadelphia today. Independence Hall, where America became the first free nation on earth.
Hey, I want to go get some chewing gum.
Go ahead.
We better get back to the bus.
I imagine your son was a lot like that.
A lot.
I have an idea. You know, there are shrines and memorials to all our wars. America is still paying the price for liberty even to this year of 1909.
I get a little bit out of control with my rhymes. Good God, Dick, do a little slide. Bend down, touch your toes, and just glide up the center of the dance floor. Like TP for my bunghole, and it's cool if you let one go.
Hey, and when you hate, then you're bound to get irate. Yeah, madness is what you demonstrate, and that's exactly how anger works and operates. Man, you gotta have love just to set it straight. Take control of your mind and meditate.
Man had released energy from within the atom in the first atomic blast. One of nature's greatest energies hitherto undreamed of, and creating which have confounded mankind. We are apt to think of atomic energy as something new. But God placed this fabulous energy in every bit of matter when He created it. In fact, the earth has been warmed and lighted by atomic energy from the beginning. for the energy of the sun is atomic energy. No, atomic energy is not new. But now that man can control energy, the world is faced with problems. But the question arises, just what is atomic energy? Well, let's begin back at the beginning. Perhaps it can be said that the cornerstone of our knowledge in this atomic age was laid back in the year 1905, when an unknown clerk in a Swiss patent office scribbled strange equations at his desk. Here, about half a century ago, when an unknown clerk in a Swiss patent office scribbled strange equations at his desk. Here, about half a century ago, Albert Einstein gave to the world E equals mc squared. Energy, the equivalent of mass. A radically new conception, key to the atomic age. The idea expressed in E equals mc squared is actually quite simple, but it has caused a great revolution in scientific thinking. It means that any object, this desk, pencil, piece of paper, just any bit of matter represents an unbelievable amount of energy. For example, the atomic energy in, just the paper of this book is the equivalent of the power produced by Hoover Dam in 1 full year of operation. Just the paper of this book is the equivalent of the power produced by Hoover Dam in 1 is the equivalent of the power produced by Hoover Dam in 1 full year of operation. Enough to supply the electrical needs of your home, yet in a single breath is energy equivalent to the burning of 200,000 gallons of high-octane gasoline. Within just the paper of this railroad ticket is enough energy to power a cracked diesel-electric streamliner 3 times around the world. In fact, the atomic energy in 1 pound of any kind of matter, a pint of water, for example, is the equivalent of the burning of 1.5 million tons of coal. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that you can take a pint of water and pour it in the gas tank of your family car, take off on a trip around the world.
Gladly. Still paying the price for liberty even to this year of 1900 and now.
And in 20 now, the United States of America is a proud yet humble nation. We've people that are totally radical about our infinite amounts of divine love for all. We have extreme peace in our hearts. We are fanatical about God's grace and blessings. Peace will prevail. The USA will be around for more centuries. Our American spirit is infinite and eternal life.
Gladly. I think we ought to take a short side trip, you and I. There's a bus waiting. Trust me. You'll be glad of it the rest of your life.
All right.
So it is that when the rest of the party rolls into Philadelphia, Schroeder and the friendly stranger are missing. And these two...
Inside the tiny particles of which all matter is made. In order to understand this properly, we must know something about the structure of matter. Matter may exist in any one of 3 states. The same substance may be either a solid, a liquid, or a gas, depending upon its temperature and the pressure. Water is a good example. It may be a solid, ice, or a liquid,